Just overall, talk to me about your defense.
Well, our defense is kind of what we're going to have to hang our hat on. Certainly, that was the case last year. They kept us in a lot of ball games last year, and so defense is a focus for us. We'll start this morning. The very first thing we're going to do is defense. So that's how important it is to us.
And you have quite a bunch of guys up front that can really put a lot of pressure on the other team.
Yeah, I think our defensive line will be the strength of our defense as it was last year. Now, they're all going to be not fairly new faces. Some of them got a lot of playing time last year, but they weren't starters. So certainly there'll be some new starters in there, but we're excited about the experience we turn at that position.
Big fella Kothi stands out. He puts a lot of pressure on people, and that can probably help you in a lot of ways, because if people concentrate on him, you can do other things.
That's exactly right. He certainly gets your attention at 6'7" and 240 pounds. He's a big kid. He's got long arms. He knocks down a lot of balls. They're trying to throw the flat. So he's certainly a big piece of our defense.
When you do throw in the flat, one of the things you'd like to do is have speed guys, obviously, at your corners and in the backfield, but they play fundamentally sound football and get a lot of balls, get a lot of tip balls, and are in good position defensively all the time.
That's certainly one thing that Coach Sonheimer, our defensive coordinator, preaches every day, is that you do your part on defense. It's a team defense. We're not looking for guys to make great plays, just do their job, and if we all do our job, we'll be fine. One
area where you also excel in returns, kickoff returns, punt returns, the hidden yards.
We've been very fortunate to have some very good athletes and great speed back there to return, and we work hard on our return game. We feel like that's a great place to turn a game, to turn the field, and in the past 3 or 4 years we've been very fortunate to be successful in that area.
Offensively, let's go to quarterback. Chris Smith's back.
Craig Smith.
Craig
Yeah.
Smith's back.
Yeah, we're excited to have Craig back. He threw for over 1,000 yards last year and really had a great year for us as a junior, and we're expecting even bigger things out of him this year.
He's got some targets in his favor. One is Brandon Watt.
Yeah, Watt's kid, he was our leading receiver last year as a sophomore, and certainly we expect him to do the same this year. And we've got some other kids that can play that position as well, and we'll throw to our back some also.
It seems like, don't get me wrong on this, you throw about 2 patterns. You like to throw 2 patterns, and everybody knows they're coming, but sometimes they can't stop them.
Yeah, we're pretty simple, offensively, especially in the passing game. We expect our kids to run good routes, and we complement those routes with other things that make it a little more difficult for the defense to figure out what's coming. But certainly we're not going to do a lot, but what we do, we hope to do it well.
And you do like to throw out of the backfield, get those short little passes, and then let your big fellows get them a little daylight.
Well, that's exactly right. We love a 5-yard pass that goes for 55 yards. That's kind of our thing, if you will. But certainly Craig's got the arm to throw it deep, and we'll probably do that more this year.
Your conference, probably one of the top 2 or 3 conferences in the whole state.
Yeah, it's solid every year. Week in and week out, you're going to get a battle. That, and certainly, this year will be no different. I expect it to be pretty even. 3 or 4 teams contending for the title, and we'll just see how it shakes out.
Brookfield Jamboree again.
It's at Marceline.
Marceline.
But yeah, Brookfield's in it.
Okay, and some of these same schools you see every year, and it'll be. Even as far as jamborees go, that'll be tough.
Oh, it's a solid jamboree. Salisbury and Marceline are a couple of the top 1A schools in the area, and then, of course, Brookfield and us in Class 2 and 3. So it's a very competitive and fun jamboree to be involved in.
Early on, what's the one thing you want to accomplish as camp starts?
Well, we've got to establish some depth. Without a doubt. We feel very strong about our starters on offense and defense. We've got to find the guys that are going to back those guys up and get them guys ready to play is kind of where we're at right now.